morning everyone, here from the island of Tobago. So in the previous video we filmed around Crown Point and Pigeon Point. We were relaxing at Pigeon Point the majority of the day and did a really nice boat tour there, and that's on the west side of the island. So today we're going to be heading towards the east of the island. That's where we're driving right now, and we're going along the north coast. I think it's going to take about an hour to get to our first destination. And since this is our final video in Trinidad and Tobago, we're going to talk about the overall safety, because before we came here a lot of people were even telling us not to come. They said it was too dangerous, things like that. So yeah, we're just going to talk about how we felt during our stay. So we're almost at the first place. We just stopped at this viewpoint that we found on the side of the road. So that's where we're heading. I think it's called Castara, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Once again, a beautiful drive in the Caribbean.
Yeah, it's a very mountainous island. I don't think I was expecting that, but it's very beautiful and very untouched, very raw. Really nice drive.
Yeah, we went down some like countryside roads almost. It was pretty much just like this all the time. Rainforest, only a few little small villages. Looking forward to heading down there. So this is the main beach here. There's nobody here.
Nobody here.
I thought this was like another big tourist place.
Not big. I saw that there are some hotels, or not hotel, but like small guest houses and Airbnbs. I was even considering staying here because I saw one that had a really great price, but yeah, it's not very touristic, and there's no like supermarket or anything.
Oh, there isn't?
No, I don't think so. So this is a place that you can come if you just want to relax.
Online.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's actually an accommodation there, right on the beachfront. Definitely liking the local vibe though. A guy approached us and said if we wanted to do a boat tour. I don't think we're going to be doing that. We got other plans. I think you can visit some other bays around here. So they had this restaurant here, but it's not open right now. Quite a few of them seem to be closed. Would have been a nice place to eat too. Doggos. Whoop. Yeah, look how nice everything is around here. Did ask the lifeguard though, and he said there might be two on the other side of a bridge that are open, so yeah, we're just looking for that bridge. I guess this is the bridge that they were talking about. The beautiful tropical ghost town. And I guess that's the tour that the guy was talking about before. Island tour. Can do a rainforest tour also. Yeah, we also saw there was like some cafes and restaurants on the side of this stream, but they were also closed. So we found the only place that's open. This was 70 each, so it has some sort of like beans there. Mine's with pork, rice, macaroni. I don't even know what that is. Any idea?
No.
Carol got the same thing, just a veggie version. So you just got more of everything, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And then they didn't have drinks, but we went to the supermarket. Minute Maid Popey Orange. Carol just got soda water. It is a Sunday today, a weekend, and everything's closed, so I guess only in like the peak holiday season things open. So we got another viewpoint stop. This time it's Englishmans Bay. We might actually go down there and just go for a quick beach walk. We are heading to another beach that's about 10 minutes over there. Look at that house up there.
Yeah, there's some very nice villas. Even here, this one is like an accommodation. I'm guessing it's not cheap, but for this view, maybe it's worth it.
Yeah, get that kind of view. Man, we should have probably eaten at this place here. Tea and coffee. I might get a coffee actually.
It's what I call a paradise beach.
Deserted paradise.
Yeah.
Yeah, this might be one of the most deserted places we've ever been in the Caribbean. Tobago. Really not seeing that many people around. I think before this was probably BVI, British Virgin Islands.
Yeah. Maybe St. John, but that's because it's like a park.
But we still saw lots of people there though.
Yeah. This island is very untouched.
Selling some nice souvenirs here. The beach towels. We already have one though, that we got recently. So I got the coffee. Carol went for water. Probably should be getting a water to cool down.
Yeah, it's really hot.
And I'm having a really hot coffee. I usually like a coffee after lunch though. Yeah, real nice place to drink. Like we said, we would have probably eaten here if we knew there was a food place. And these two drinks were 18 overall. Can you stand up?
No.
Yeah, it gets like real deep all of a sudden.
Yeah. Kind of dangerous.
We're pretty good swimmers. Swim one-handed because of the camera. Yeah, so this side of the island, the beaches are kind of different because the sand's more yellow here. So the water's a different color compared to what we saw yesterday. But here has more like the nice mountainous landscapes. The ones that we saw yesterday didn't. All right, I gotta head back. That's too much one-handed swimming. Yeah, so as I mentioned, we were planning to go to another beach, but I think we're just gonna stay at this one. It's already perfect, really. So we have arrived at the waterfall now. It's called Argy Falls. I think it's like the most famous waterfall in Tobago. I think there might be nobody here because there was only one car in the parking lot. I think that was the car of the people at the ticket office. It was 60 in their money to come per person. And I think we just got to do like a 10-minute trail to get there. Nice rainforest trail. Hear the birds. Man, there are some monster trees in here. Look how tall that one is. I didn't capture it on video, but when we were driving around there was one like this, but even bigger. And it was basically like in the middle of the road. But it was pretty cool because they didn't cut it down, you had to like drive around it. Silk cotton. Don't even know how you say the rest of that. Alright, so we've already arrived at some of the little falls. These are not really the ones to swim in though. I think there's a few that you can swim in at the end. I can already see it back there. The water's actually a nice temperature.
Yeah, not extremely cold.
Yeah, the water in Jamaica was colder. So you can see there's like multiple different waterfalls. You can actually walk further up. But yeah, that looks super sketchy. The rocks are very slippery right now, so I think we'll just swim around here instead. Alright, now it's a bit colder. Try and get closer to the fall. You jump, go, go. Maybe I'll try that. Not the dive, just the jump.
Fish. Biting, yeah.
They don't bite out, don't worry. Ready?
Yeah.
Right, perfect.
Go. Woo. Woo.
Jump.
So we decided to do the trail. It wasn't actually so bad, it looked more vertical than it actually is. Online it said to do it in trainers. We're actually doing it barefoot. The jungle people. We're kind of used to walking around barefoot anyway. The flip-flops were kind of slippy. Actually I have more grip barefoot. So there's some people at the waterfall, they said there's 6 different falls. A lot to see. So the trail actually passed the second waterfall. Looks basically identical to the one down there. The first one. Oh nice, I only just looked at this side, look at that. Hey, you could swim in here too, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Get a better, closer up view of this one. It's wet, right, Carol? Watch out, it's slippery. Yeah, that's easily the best one. The beautiful Caribbean. The Caribbean just gets better and better. The more countries you explore, more places you visit. Yeah, this one's pretty shallow. Because the water's kind of murky, I can't really see where I'm putting my feet. There we go though. So this is going to be the end of our trip here in Trinidad and Tobago. Really wish that we were spending more time here, and it's probably been one of the most underrated countries that we visited in the Caribbean and maybe even in the world.
Yeah, we were surprised by how empty everything was. We know that it is low season, so obviously less people, but even when we were in Jamaica and St. Lucia and Barbados, we were always seeing other tourists, but here it was super empty and very laid back. We loved it, but yeah, it was surprising to see that low amount of people.
Yeah, so even when we visited Pigeon Point, which I think is like the most touristic place on the island of Tobago, the majority of the people there were from Trinidad, I think, that island, and then they visit Tobago for vacation. There was very few international visitors. And out of curiosity, I was actually reading why the numbers are so low here. And as I mentioned in the first video in Trinidad, they don't really depend on tourism here. They have like oil and gas and other sectors, so tourism I think is just a small amount of their economy. Whereas like countries like Jamaica and Barbados literally depend on tourism for their money. So apparently the government doesn't do much like marketing as a tourism destination. So that's one of the reasons why it's quiet. And speaking with a local here on Tobago, he mentioned that there isn't that many direct international flights. So from other countries you have to go through Trinidad. And regarding the crime, it was kind of weird that we kept getting all these comments telling us not to go to Trinidad and Tobago, and we hadn't even mentioned that we were coming here. So even more bizarre, we've not even mentioned that we're going to a country, and all these people are sending us messages on like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, like so many, and we hadn't even said that we're coming here. I think it's because we were in the region, right, of like Barbados, St. Lucia, so maybe people thought that we were gonna come here, but they didn't know yet and was getting all these comments.
Yeah, and I think that's why I was so afraid of coming. Like I mentioned in the first video, I think like one day before flying to Trinidad, I started reading about it, about the crimes and everything, and I got so worried. I was like almost having an anxiety attack. But then everything went so smooth. Like I couldn't even believe how safe we felt all the time. It's like literally not what people told us about. We are sure that there are some areas that are kind of dangerous, then you shouldn't go there. But that's the same in many countries, like Rio de Janeiro. There are some areas that you shouldn't go, and even London and Paris, big cities. I think it's always like that. So you just need to understand where you can or where you cannot go. But it's just it's been a very good trip for us.
Yeah, so the problem with Trinidad and Tobago, I think the murder rate is very high, one of like the highest in the world, but it's mainly gangs, and it's mainly on the island of Trinidad, and mainly in the capital, where you have like the ghettos and the drug gangs. So yeah, you just don't go there. They're not gonna like magically appear on a beach in Tobago. Like they're fighting amongst themselves. I didn't read any articles of like them attacking foreigners and stuff. So that's the thing, when you read these articles sometimes about crime saying it's unsafe for tourism, I think it would be better if the sites actually mention crime against tourists, because at the end of the day, gang violence between themselves doesn't really affect tourists. And that's the same in Jamaica too. Like the majority of it's in Kingston. So if you don't visit like Kingston, you should be okay if you're just in the beach places. So yeah, we just felt perfectly fine. And there has actually been other Caribbean countries, including Jamaica, where some areas do kind of feel unsafe. People are like staring at you a lot.
Yeah.
We didn't even have that here. Like we had absolutely nothing. Nobody's approaching us in the streets trying to like sell us stuff all the time. Like just completely laid back, like perfect.
No beggars or not, because sometimes we see in other countries people like doing drugs and stuff like that, but nothing here, nothing at all.
Yeah, nothing at all. Here in Tobago, I don't even think I saw like homeless people even. Yeah, like just such like a chilled out place. So yeah, definitely underrated. And it is a shame if people are not visiting just because they read the articles about the crime or people are telling them not to go. You should definitely come here. A lot of amazing things to explore. And it has basically everything that you'd like the amazing food, the Indian influences, many waterfalls, beautiful beaches, just an awesome culture. We showed like the steel pan music, so.
And the locals are very cool. Like they would approach us sometimes and we would talk to them, and they're very friendly.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely come here. There's more coming up from the Caribbean, so if you like this video, just drop a like as usual, subscribe to see more videos like this, follow us on Instagram, and we'll see you in the next one.